it would help to actually turn on the microphone. Go figure. Good morning, Ann Kitty. So, are you should be able to hear me now? There's that one extra button that I gotta push. And I always forget. 1, 2. Good morning, Aunt Kitty. Okay, I'm spiking. My audio is way too loud. So let's fix that. Spiking audio. Audio. Why are you so loud? Okay, loud. How's that? That should be a lot better. Alright, so I am... Yes, perfect. So that's 1, 2. I think this is actually 1... It's 5 again. So we got 5, 5. So 5 by 5. And then from here, it's supposed to be 3? 3 is not going to... I think 3 is not going to work anymore. Okay. That is the key right there. You need to get a space of 4 in between. So 8 studs. 8 studs. And then 3. And then 8 studs again. So this area in between is going to be really important, because that's for the wall. And now this is a full 16. Because that needs to actually encompass the entire door. This is the access port. And then we got 8 studs again. Then we can repeat. So this is where we begin. Oh, one other thing that I need to check is the width of this, the length of this, because this actually needs to be a little bit longer now. 1, 2, 3. The side panels need to be wider, so it's not 3 anymore, because that name needs to be deeper. So I'm going to go 4 deep. Alright, I have my notes. Oh, that's not my own notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. There we go. That's what we need. 5 tall. And that should be it. Now we can go forth and... Oh. Sorry, Dirty. I didn't start, I didn't even bother with Twitch again. I was having enough trouble just even getting started this morning. It was one of those mornings. So, I just spent the past half an hour digging up trees and getting everything perfect over here, only to realize that I had lost my measurements. I have no idea where I put them, but I had measured the first base before I started building. So now I get to do it all over again. And I got to pick which direction I'm going to be facing. So flying out towards there or flying out towards here. Either way we go, there's big rocks. I think we want to go this direction. So why not? All right. So we already have our height set. It's important that it's actually off the ground, because you don't want you would need to have space underneath for access, etc. but you really want to make sure that you got space to work with, and that your planes are going to be going where they need to. So, okay, so that's 5. So this is 5 square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I did find that that putting the grates inside here works really good because it's nice and solid. So we're going to be actually placing a couple of those right in there. We got to figure out if it's going to be the full square or if it's going to be Alright, so we got a 4. So a space of 4. What we're going to do here, just for make sure that we have on the right spot for everything, we're going to lay down a different color. So we're going to color code everything here, because we want to make this repeatable. So there's your 4. And then there's the 3. Get there. Come on. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking about adding on additional additional depth to that, make it just a little wider. But I don't want to go too far off the beaten track. And it's mainly because the ship is, well, the size of it is pretty standard right now. Oops, that's not good. Come on, 1, 2, 3. But you know what? Having a little extra space can't hurt, can it? No, I'm good, thanks. A little extra space can't hurt. Or can it? Okay, good. Come on. Okay, there we go. Hey, Legion, what's happening? Who we have here? We have the Modernist, we have Ann Kitty, Dirty Draws. You guys are here for the building construction today. Base building. Nothing too fancy going on. I mean, we got the I did start the recording of the next tutorial, but that's not going to be live streamed, like, at all. Okay, okay, I gotta make a decision here. Am I going to make this wider or not? Because this is the bay for this. Let's have a look. Do we have enough space? 1. Yeah, it's more than enough space to handle this thing. It handles 2. Alright. Okay, there go my reservations. So we're gonna keep it at 3, and then we're gonna deal with the next section. Next section is 8 studs. We got 4 studs, 5 studs, 3, and then a wall. So we have another wall popping in here. And then it's a full width, full strip, right in here. See, color coding can be a good thing. especially when it's color coded and people don't see. And there you go. That's the end of that. So that's one full section. Let's get this over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And the best part is that you can now go ahead and place either your end ramp, since you have this can be a 2-bay. So this is like just the 2 bays that run it here, 1 and 2. And you can place your end ramp here, or you can place another section and then another section and make this bigger. The whole idea here is that you have a functional pod for your, there we go. So that kind of separates it. This one is going to be a little different. So we're going to back here, and let's get a little in the middle section. Where is it? Ah, yes, of course, because of the lip. Are we in the ground? We're not in the ground. Come on. Let's get it. There we go. Now we're nice and properly grounded. Okay, so we got 3 out from here. Means that we're going to need to go over and get rid of some trees. Again. Just when I thought I got rid of all the trees that I could, more come back. Yes, it would appear that trees are my mortal enemy. I'm just gonna wait for this guy to grow back. Botany with the Mad Puck. Hey, Captain Jared. Good morning. Hey, the modernist your skin is back? Nice. I gotta stop using Boba Fett at some point. Thought I found a couple of other skins I liked better, but I keep coming back to the Fett. There's another streamer out there who's using the Boba Fett skin, so I was actually just thinking about abandoning it completely. You found a really good one, Modernist. That's nice and solid. And Kaboom finally got he just had the right name, and that skin just popped up. It was just like perfect. It's like they were watching him or something. Someday maybe we'll have our own icon skins. Alright, so there's your footprint. Now we can actually start to build up, because we got to get this all sorted out. But you can't do anything without that footprint. At least there are no weird ceilings to deal with. Roofs. Mr. Black usually likes to work from the roofs down, because the roofs determine where the footprint is going to go. But at least we have our own footprint right here. Right, and now the fun part begins. Alright, so pop over here, grab some floors. Could be any, because you're gonna get rid of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you want to make this part easier, slap something under there, and then just bring this out here, just to make it easier for yourself. And then we're going to fill this with your pieces, because we got to come back here and fill this entire thing with tables. Now, the big question for me was whether I was gonna fill this entire place or just this one part, because this is technically all these would be weaker areas, and you want to have stronger areas all around. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to do something like that, and then bring out a lip to the front. So let's just plan for that and get our lip in place. Set the blueprint for that, and now it matches the front and back. This lip can either be your weak point, or you can do something funky and put down like all yellow on the edge. You want to see what I mean about all yellow on the edge? Let's take a little look, shall we? I had this idea a couple of weeks ago, but I never managed to implement it. I kept forgetting about it, but the idea is that we do this all along the edge of this, so we get our yellow caution and more enhanced, a more durable surface that is at least angled. Of course, it does take more pieces. This is why I never actually implemented it. So I was kind of waiting to see. There we go. So your ship can now crash into that, and nothing will happen. All right, let's get the tables down, shall we? I know tables are kind of secondary, but let's just get this out of the way, because I've been looking forward to this. So I'm going to treat myself. Remember that little tip that we discovered yesterday? Kind of super important. Yeah, this is actually going to go higher because the we do need to put down what do we call it? Plates down on top. So, oh, that is not great. I think we need to go a little bit lower with that. Okay then. We're going lower. The whole thing lower. Check him out, boys. Measure first, cut once. Measure twice, cut once, right? See, I got a little too excited there, so my own fault. Let me just get rid of that. What is that on? Oh, that's on the edge. That's interesting. So it actually holds up on the edge of something. Did not know that was possible. I didn't even check to see which edge it was. Alright. If we can get it to hold on the edge, that means that we don't actually have to have anything in between. It can actually free up a lot of pieces. So I'm intrigued. Oh, where is my... Okay, that is that side. So this is the side that's going to be... Here, let me get this in place. Once I get this, it's all set from here. So black. Black, 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 black. Alright, go how deep? 1 deep. Come on, come on. Ah. Placement. So there is the table. There's that space. And let's get it in place. There we go. Attaches to it perfectly, and then we can take this and bring it across. So that is... How far across? Here's the thing. We can now plant these right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a whole nighttime thing again. There we go. All right. So now this should be a lot more straightforward. I think just get it into the right direction. And now we understand about directions. And directions are important. Okay, you can put it in between and move it across. Just depends on where you are. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Will it allow me? Yes, it will. Haha. Perfect. And I'm not in the way. Even better. I hate that whole your character is in the way warning. Okay, so maybe I should have done this bit a little bit later, but I couldn't help myself. I mean, like this laying flooring is quite... it's not exactly good streaming material. Today we're laying floors with the Madbach. Alright, you know what? We're going to come back to this now that we have our method down and we have all plans. So we're going to move on to the rest of the structure. And the structure says that I need to get... Oh, you know what? I don't know if they took this piece away or if they added it. This used to be in the manor. Was it manor? The manor kit? I think it was the manor kit. Had to be the manor kit. And yes, I am aware that I put this slightly outside. It's gonna be 4 over, so you have to make up that space at the end. So that's a-okay. At least I am aware of it. You need to be aware of it if you're doing that as well. Otherwise, you will lose your mind trying to figure out what the hell happened, what went wrong. Because see, now I've added 1 space there. So you can take care of it at the end or the front. Now, with this one, you can actually do a lot of funky stuff with this bit. Let's just get this over here as well. Because you can come back and do, replace these walls and actually get other walls. inside. But this is one area where it's not actually used that much because it's largely the area for the aircraft to enter. So it's not really a lot of interesting stuff you can do there, except for maybe some lighting, some recessed lighting or something. So up to you. But we can get this to the edge of glory. Alright, let's see. And back to walls. Actual walls. Is this, what is this? Gainsborough. Alright, let's use Gainsborough. You can use pretty much any wall here. Just make sure you remember that. Any wall whatsoever and get it to the right height. Ah, boy. And then we have this right in there. Alright, so now we're going to go up. Oh, we can do the same treatment for over here. 2, 3, 4, and then 5 should be the top one. Right, so that's going to go right to the edge. Oops. With the actual footprint, you have like so much freedom because now you understand the basic structure of it. But this is the bones of it, where you're declaring the style. Because the whole point of this is that it has functionality and it says exactly what it is at the same time. You don't look at this and think, hey, that's a flight hangar for an X-wing, or this is from Rebels or whatever. This is very distinctly, very definitely for TIE fighters to come in. And it's very clear. So let's get the rest of this out. There's the bay. We have our exterior walls. So let's get to the walls. Oh yeah, I do have to do a half wall on that one. And then there's vents that we have to place over here. Okay, this is where the depth actually comes in a little bit more useful because it's wider. So I may have to extend this side because it is butting against the back, and we have some vents going on here. So I think I want to take this out a little bit further. But I think I'm going to have to see how far the arms will go. So let's see. Let's see what we got. I designed in a couple of vents on the sides to give it a little bit more functionality. And it actually adds to the look quite a bit. There's no, you want to vent off any heat or anything that, anything unwanted from the aircraft. So that's why we had those roof pieces in there, because they look like fans. And fans going out to a vent makes a lot of sense. So maybe we can actually build that more into the design, even though it does have the Empire walls. Let's see. How far out should we go? I mean, it doesn't need to be cramped. So do we go out to? You know what? Let's go out. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. It does add a couple more pieces on here, however, but I mean, it could just taken out by a whole slab. So I just put on one piece, and boom. Alright, that should fit perfectly now. Have to do the same thing for the other side. See, this is why I was actually thinking about the extra piece, because this extra. So one, that brings it in. And this now needs one more. So if I actually began this over here, it would take care of that. See, this is why the footprint is useful. Because now it actually means something. And it takes a lot to your structure. So get that footprint down first. Alright, let's do this again. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. All right, so let me see. We have to get half. This is not. The secret about half pieces is that they aren't half pieces. It's ridiculous. Will that stay up? That will stay up. Good. Right, half pieces are not true half pieces. But they can be useful. There's like how many pieces there? Like three of them. In any case, the tops of these walls need a little extra. So we use the halves right here. Bring it in. And then we use what? What's it called again? The festival pieces. Fortnite Festival. I want to thank you guys again for coming and hanging out. I'm sorry, I'm really horrible at chat this morning. Hey, Midas! Almost the weekend. Ruby Legos Lab! Sir laughs a lot. Rod! Hey! I'm just here, just working on this on this thing. And you guys are just coming on in. So glad to see you all. Didn't miss anybody? Rooster! Yeah, so we are building we're building the hangar. So I'm showing you guys how to bring this into your own. I mean, like now that you have the ability to build your own awesome TIE fighter, you have to have some place to store it. So I'm making sure that can happen. No point having a cool car if you don't have a cool garage. As Mr. Black would say, a garage. Because, you know, that's the... okay. Proper pronunciation. Sorry, my boss just sent me a message. Alright, so there we go. Pop that there. This side is going to be different. That's the exterior wall that we're looking at right there. And this side is very, very different. For one big reason. That reason being that this side has a door. Now, let's get that door set up before we do anything else, shall we? That door is the key to freedom. Actually, no. The door is the access to everything. So, Mos Eisley. Door. Then wall. You need a wall. Yeah, you might as well just use the Mos Eisley wall. No point mucking around. Do they have another one of this? Yes, they do. Haha. Just have these cool little things all over the place. Just have to actually look for them sometimes. Alright, so now Mos Eisley is used up. We can go ahead and build this up because this is the perfect width for this. And this will go all the way up. This adds visual interest as well as gives it kind of an industrial feel. Plus with the stairs that we're going to be going up, you can now see outside, and you can see anything inside the stairwell as well. That's a lot of as wells. Could actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off there. You could actually do something pretty funky there. I'm going to come back to that in a second. So, your stairs. We need to get the set of stairs that are going to come up here at the correct height. So, we have a couple of things to establish right now. This is your main structure right here. So, you either go and finish up the other side so that you're on the same page, and you really should, because you don't want to come and forget what you did on the other side. That can happen, and it can be almost disastrous because you forget exactly what you did, and then every disaster strikes because you're not even on the same page with yourself. Not legging too much. Oh yeah, there's not too much. You're right. You're absolutely right. There's not. I didn't even notice. There's no lag today. Maybe they actually fixed it. I know that some people were having issues last night, to the point where they were getting kicked from the game. There were some serious things going on. So I was a little concerned with movement this morning. I did glitch under the map quite a bit, but I didn't like. And did I pop out of the ship? I forget. Hey, lady. Hey, Tish. What's going on? Man, it's a busy, busy morning. All right, so we're, like I said, we are busy this morning doing the hangar. I did contemplate doing like an official tutorial video for the hangar, but I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, I probably should, so I can go ahead and claim it before, you know, somebody else comes out and says, "Hey, this is the idea for a hangar." And yes, it does happen. Just one of those things. As a streamer, someone will see your idea and they will sometimes just claim it without any attribution whatsoever. Nothing that you can really control. But this design is pretty much all mine. So I would take particular offense if that did occur. Just saying. Alright, so let's see the top. What did we do with the top? I forget what we did with the top. We did something funky with the top. We did that. We did that. Then we did that. And then that, which led to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you can come with us, and you can come with that. And you can come with us. Rockefeller's camp. Rockefeller's camp. Who is it? Christopher. Christopher Walken. That's what that song brings back the memory of. Christopher Walken dancing across the stage, doing Rockefeller's. I forget the name of the dance, or I forget the actual name of the song, but Rockefeller Scamp. You can. It was kind of really out of character, but it was a great video seeing Christopher freaking Walken actually dancing. He apparently studied ballet or something. Go figure. The secret lives of celebrities, because even they are allowed to have secrets. Alright, so sometimes these plain walls really get you down. You can figure out some other stuff to do with your walls. Sometimes a simple indentation can take up a little bit of the monotony. Like, you know, just do something like that and make it functional. But you just make sure that you're doing it the same place each time. So I'm just gonna knock that. No, is that the same place? That's not the same place. Monotony. I may regret this. Just saying. Or I may not. Look at that. It does break it up a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Sometimes that tiny little bit is all you need. Set it off with a light. And you should be good to go. Or not. Alright, back to task. So, these tables. We're back to them again. And this used to come on all the way down. Right about there. So this is actually a lowered section. So if I got my tables in here, that's not correct. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. Anyway, tables. So, one. And I was actually still looking for a way to use these as side vents. But they seem to have changed the properties. So that when you take away... Okay, what is your damage, buddy? Come on, get down there. Thank you. Good table. Man, so problematic. Is that enough space? Is that even deep enough? I don't think that's deep enough. No, that's not deep enough. It needs to be more inset to the floor. Alright, careful there. You will break your legs. So, yep. At least with that, you can just smash the entire floor and the whole thing comes falling down. Alright, let's double check that this time. 2 down is good. Yeah, there we go. You want to be deep inside the floor, so it actually counts. It actually looks like a work bay. Now, okay, yep. See those red lines there? The red on the table needs to be aligned. You can't do it like this, otherwise it's not going to match. So just keep it all lined up, and you should be good to go. So you can place your support pieces after. So there we go. Support will go right in here. And get... Yeah. Yeah, boy. Base. How low can you go? That's not gonna work. Wish it would, but that's not gonna work, buddy boy. Let's get you in here instead. Where are you? That will work. Pavo said freeze, and I got numb. All right, and the big test is boom. Nice and easy. All right. Then we just have to do it to the other side of this, but here, come check this out. And things you can work different kind of vents in here as well. So, I promised to show you guys what is up with the vents. So this was just this is a weird discovery, because it's one of the things that I had actually been complaining about. These vents not being completely capable of. And it was, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it used to be that it had to be, had to have a piece underneath in order to work. Right now, it actually sticks to the sides of your flooring. All right, see you later, Midas. The darkest. Why am I the darkest? Oh, building in the abyss. You know what? Have I been building in the dark? I completely don't even see it anymore. Okay, later, Midas. You see, all it takes is one piece now. So you can have that now in different places. So this is the first time I'm actually going to try this. But let's have a look, shall we? The question is, can it be placed without having to have the piece underneath in the first place? That way, it actually now acts more like your regular pieces. So this is a 4. Let me see what a 4 piece will do here. Do you have a 4 piece handy? Only 4s would be okay. So this would be the fastest one. Gray. And now, will this actually go here? It actually just went green. What the flip? So it can now go on without having any other pieces. All right, let's try again and see if it will go on to. If they made these out of iron as well, that would be so cool. But they want them as mats. Oh my god. Check that out. So there you go. If you've learned nothing today, and this is the only thing you can take away from this, congrats. But this is actually kind of huge. So there you go. You can now use floor mats almost natively as their own pieces. Well, at least this one. I don't know about any other floor mats. I disavow all knowledge of those. Of course, I'm using extra pieces now, but I can always come back and change the design. Because too many of these is not such a good thing. It's the round edges, you see. But you could possibly enhance the design a little bit. Since you have that going on, can you do that? Yeah, I don't like how it looks. So I think it's a matter of just breaking it up into different pieces, so it's not the same all the way. Or maybe even getting it inset. Because that is very interesting what is happening here. Okay, we'll come back to that. I'm getting sidetracked with vents again. What was I doing? I was doing the stairs. Because we need to hit stairs here. So we're going to do both sides of this. Oh, and while we're over here, let's just finish up this entire bay, shall we? So we can go to the other side. All right. Most important part is the structure. And we need to get this set right now before we do anything else. And it's for one huge reason. Oh. I remember now why I wanted it wider. I think I have to go and park the new TIE fighter at the old base just to confirm this one thing. But I think it was not... I think I had some issues with getting it into here because this was not wide enough once we placed these inside. I had to take off some of the lower parts and focus everything on the top, and that can have created its own problems. So let's see where we are. We may have to take this entire thing off, but this is the thing for the track. So we're going to place it down as normal. We'll make any changes necessary after the fact, as long as we have good structure. Now, I have been having some issues with the placement of the bars. But, okay, you know, let's deal with mechanics later. Let's get structure down. Okay, so that is actually part of structure, but... Alright, so this is where center of this is center. So never did measurements for those. It's kind of always afterward. It's 9:35. We're actually doing pretty good. I think that is around the level where we bring the stairs in. Somewhere around here. So that kind of makes sense. But let's see where the stairs will go. We've got two sections, and I think we're going to play this one a little differently this time, because last time I just kind of shoved everything in there. So we are going to build out a little bit first, so that we can actually make this make sense. So, a little landing. Before going anywhere else, we have the landing. One set of stairs will take us down. These are the steep stairs. Yes, these are the steep stairs. One set of stairs takes us down. One set of stairs will take us up. There we go. So this will take us down into the lower reaches of the hangar and everything else down below. This set will take us up. Because we need a way to actually get into the TIE fighters. Oh. See, not too bad. Just 2 turns. Okay, and that should bring us out to where we need to be. Unless we go in here and then turn around. See, this is why having the ties in place is actually really useful. So I'm going to stop the construction of this area right now so that I can figure out the best placement. I think we can come in here and then go to where we need to in terms of height, either down or up. And that makes the most sense. That lip is going to bother me a little bit. A lot. It's bothering me a lot. Why is that lip there? Is it everywhere? Can't even see it. Nope. Yep, the lip's bothering me. Okay, so maybe this one should actually be on top? Yeah, that doesn't bother me as much. However, it may bother the banister. So, friendly neighborhood. Yep, it does bother that. So, that's a bit problematic. But we'll figure it out. There we go. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, so apparently I didn't take my dog out. It's weird because I have this memory of taking her out, but maybe it's because I took her out last night. I don't know. UEFN? Oh yeah, the UEFN stuff that should be really cool. I have to go check that out myself. Ops man, thanks for that reminder. It's really cool what they're doing. They're bringing up a bunch of whole adventure stuff that we could possibly use. So I am excited about taking a look at all that. I see possibilities, and also possibly an end to oh, that's not good. To build limits, although they do use a different architecture on their pieces, and they're differently sized, so you can't do a direct translation of some of your designs over to UEFN. It's just not possible. So keep that in mind. As much as I would love to jump on that bandwagon and proclaim, you know, some kind of victory or something, progress of some kind.
Are you taking her or what?
I thought you were gonna take her.
You said I feel
Okay, so I did promise that this is I was going to build this over the next 2 days, and I was right because There's quite a lot that goes into this design. We haven't even touched the floors yet, or the back wall with the vents. So it's now 9:43, and as we know, I have to run off at 10. I'd appreciate it. So we're just going to go ahead and place down the other side of this. Pace ourselves a little bit. We can come back tomorrow for the big finish. Like I said, it's all about giving you guys a cool place to put your TIE fighters. And we'll also do a similar thing when we bring the um, the Emperor shuttle, the white shuttle. That tutorial is almost done. I'm actually trying to simplify some of the build because some of it gets a little complicated, and I found ways with the TIE fighter to actually take away a lot of the repetition that kind of went into it. So I'm trying to do a similar thing with the shuttle. The shuttle is going to be coming out on next Monday, and when we do that build, I'll also do a bit. Oh my god! Which landing pad should I do for the shuttle? Should I do like a regular landing pad, or should I do the Endor landing pad? Because the Endor landing pad, that is like hardcore. I guess I'll just make a decision and run with it. Muhahaha. Alright, we got one. We got two. What size am I using? Is this this is 16? So, oh, that's why. Now it makes sense. I was trying to figure out why my 16s weren't working properly. Now I see why. Because it's 16 and an 8. Because there's 5 of these, not see, it helps to count. There we go. Boom. Best thing is that you can actually add some light to this as well. Or add your light to the side. I usually like to use the blue light, the cabin light here, but you can use any of these lights. This light is a little bit harsher sometimes, but you can pop it on most places. Oh, it doesn't like to go there now. Okay. Now it likes to go there. Can it go in between here? Yes, okay. It can go in between. So I'm going to take that one off. And it has a nice glow from beneath. So at night you will actually get a really cool glow. Let me add one over here. If you add it in between the spaces, it's even better. Because now it's an indirect light. You can't see it, but you can feel the glow. See that? Feel the glow. Ah. Really good for the mechanical side of things. Alright, we have 10 minutes left. So you know what? We're going to spend the rest of this time putting down some some tables. There she draws Unreal Engine, Fortnite. Yes, UEFN. Because they switched over the architecture, the game engine to the Unreal Engine, and it is one that was built specifically for Fortnite. So it would actually allow them to have a lot more flexibility in terms of developing new games and pretty much controlling how everything worked. Plus, they have now take all the blame for any problems, which they didn't quite anticipate. But who can anticipate having to take the blame for everything, right? Not game developers. No. Is that different? All right. Should be good to go here. All right. Anyway, they've introduced. They've really gone into the Lego islands, even stronger. And this is just the next part of it. I know at Christmas they had the Christmas Lego toy factory, and that was actually a big test of the of some of the functions that they can actually carry over, and also a test of how the players would react to it. So apparently Lego has really bought into it. They recently made an announcement that Lego is going to be doing a lot more in-house development, and that Lego Fortnite will be fully supported. This is apparently part of that. So they're expanding the reach of Lego Fortnite to not just islands, but allowing players to build their own games in Lego Fortnite. As soon as I get my approval, I'll be checking that out for sure, 100%. Apparently, I missed the criteria because I had not gone into creative in several months. So hopefully, I am now confirmed. And I can go ahead. Okay, got to get that last part out. How am I going to deal with this? Really, how am I going to deal with this? Okay, this is the most fragile area. Everything's connected to that. So what I need is something else here. Man. What about okay, so one of these sides actually clung to the other. You know what? Don't mess around with it. It's a good formula. It works. Let's get it in. Down, down, down. One more. One more. Come on. Urgh. Why do you hate me so much? Alright. Here we go. We're almost done with this one. Ta-da! We have the yellow strip. Caution. Danger. Caution. Danger. I kind of like that yellow strip, so I'm going to expand on that. I wish we had some solid black and white pieces that we could put here. But it is what it is, right? It's like we have the caution tape, but we can't actually use the caution by itself. Why don't I just put down the floor? Right underneath here. That these can attach to. That would make a lot more sense. If I could actually get there. Will that work? Who's to know? Okay, will this make it easier? Yes, it will. Oh, hey. No, that can't go under. Sorry. I was hallucinating. Okay, gotta do the same thing to over here. Okay, so it may be overkill. If you think it's too much, you can go ahead and change your design. I usually have to have like a whole bunch of lights that don't always show up because of render distance, which is a pain. Because I mean, the whole point of lights is that you see them from the distance. And especially with a landing strip, you want to be able to see at a distance so you know where to come in. There, how are we looking? Now 9:55. All right. Well, I guess the front sections are laid. All we really need to do for this bit, there, got our black, is figure out our markings. Because we got, let's say we use. I am hesitant to do this because I don't want to go near complexity, but breaking smaller pieces is actually, especially when it's a high impact area, is a lot more useful than breaking one big piece. I found that over on the big hangar, where we're now breaking up all of these big floor pieces, and you can't repair it. So these big 16 by 16 tiles are now breaking, and we can't ever fix them. Okay, we're gonna add some gray to the side. Where'd you come from? All right. And then this is, I forget why I did this buffer here, this buffer zone, but it has to be for a good reason. Oh, right. So for, I think we were going to put black, or sorry, orange there. And this is actually from the people who bought the Lion's Night Castle. If you don't have this, I apologize. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. All I can do is apologize. Just use whatever the color you want. But here we go. We've started the construction. And the construction will continue tomorrow. I'm going to focus a lot more on working through some elements of the design here. Oh, right. I forgot about this. Let's get rid of the floor. There we go. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out this morning. As always, it's been awesome to hang with you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., when we continue the construction of the hangar for the TIE Fighter. That is going to come out looking so cool. Sorry, I have to pat myself in the back every now and then. Okay, come on, come on. Light me up. Anyway, I'm the Mad Puck 66. Stream every day from 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. when I have to run off to work, which is right about now. You do live builds in Lego Fortnite. Always epic. Come on, get in there. And sometimes I even know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, it's best to just align this up properly so that you're not placing them in random places. But I just wanted to get that look before the night fell. See? So now you have it not lit up, but at least it's a nice glow. There we go. There's that glow when it has something to reflect off of. Alright, so go ahead and get started on your build. We're going to finish up the rest of it. I'm going to show you how to do the arms and then the side vents tomorrow. That should be quite an undertaking. And then the hard part is going to be landing your TIE Fighter, because that's always fun. But see, now we have access and everything. Anyway, always live builds here in Lego Fortnite. I'm the Mad Puck 66. Thank you so much for joining. Usually Mr. Black is around, but he's taking a break from Lego Fortnite until they clean up some of these bugs. So I'm gonna go and fly now. But it's been great hanging out with you guys, and I'm gonna go back to my. That needs to turn faster. That's the thing, it needs to turn faster. Right, anyway, I'm going to go back to my tutorial on the shuttle. And that's going to be coming out next Monday. So look forward to that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.